I'm Alek Murray. I'm a solutions architect with Ruckus. And over my 25-ish year career, I would say that I have probably looked through several million lines of logs. And I would say in this room, network analysts, network engineers, it's probably more in the hundreds of millions or maybe even larger than that. So one of the major questions as we move into the AI generation here is, how do we make better use of more data, right? So new chipset makers, Qualcomm, Broadcom, Intel, Apple, Samsung, are introducing more and more data, more and more telemetry. Well, one of the major things that's going to change, I think, and is already changing, is going to be the way that we troubleshoot. Maybe. So if you look at traditional troubleshooting methods, it's kind of a pyramid starting at the top point, and we're almost always defining a problem, right? That problem is usually coming from a ticket, or maybe you discover something. So as we move down, we move into our troubleshooting steps. So CWNP has a really good method and a really good troubleshooting step guideline, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of information in there. And we all do things a little bit differently because our minds are wired a little bit differently. But within there, usually you're going to have some type of user interviews, some type of replication of the problem, and then some hypothesis. And almost always, at the end of that, if you haven't solved the problem through experience, it's like the middle of that triangle is usually tied to your experience. You're going to be looking at logs. So every time you call into TAC or a NOC or any support system, they're going to say, can you send me logs? Can you send me a show tech, et cetera, right? And then we have to look through those logs. Someone has to look through those logs. Usually it's going to be a network analyst. I was a network analyst at one time. I will say that you're always a network analyst once you've been one, because you're always in that mindset of troubleshooting. So a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of labor, and a lot of money are spent looking through logs. So that's changing. That industry is changing big time. So now we have the era of AI, and we're flipping that pyramid upside down, because AI is able to look at massive amounts of logs extremely quickly. Not just logs, but unstructured data as well, because we have these AI and machine learning platforms that can look at data even out of context and determine what's happening, or at least what the problem is. So you heard in a couple of the presentations earlier today, you've heard about AI is not ready for this. So part of the thing that AI is not ready for is to solve that problem, right? We still have some hallucination issues. We still have some weirdness going on in how it determines, how do I fix it? But it's really, really good at taking in unstructured data and telling us this may be a problem. And that brings those millions of lines of logs down into one or two things that could be happening. And that's much easier for a human to look at and figure out, instead of having to look through all of those lines of logs yourself or as a person. So when I say this, we're really moving in from the past slide where you're looking at the traditional troubleshooting steps. This is all reactive. So we're taking all this data in, but we need the problem first. Now what we're doing with AI is we're defining the problem first, right? We don't even know it yet, so we're moving into a proactive space. And this is not vendor specific. This is not something that just Ruckus is doing. Juniper's been doing it for a while. Cisco's doing it, and Meraki, Extreme's doing it. So this is pretty common across all vendors. The next thing I want to talk about is visualization. So I love that we saw in one of the last ones that use ChatGPT for visualization to try to visualize this data. And it's very difficult, and there's not a lot of tools out there to do it. So Gartner gives some guidance on where these AI platforms are going, and they're going to be using LLM. So we're moving from an AI ML platform that is structuring data out of context for us, and now into a visualization platform. So how do we present this to users that may not have any experience? How do we show them where a problem might exist? So I've got a couple of points here, exactly kind of what Gartner's guidance leads us into. So Gartner is talking about a digital engineer, right? So we're going to utilize AI to give us another engineer on our workforce. I'm going to show you a little bit of what Ruckus is doing here as well. So we have a new platform coming into Ruckus One called the Digital SE, right in Gartner's guidance. We're going to be using LLM, and it's just going to be a basic chat. But we're going to be expanding this chat. So you can ask it pretty much anything you want to. It's not going to hallucinate very much at this point, at least. If you would come to our vendor session tomorrow, you'll be able to see us try to hallucinate it and be able to ask us questions live and see how it works. But the expansion of this LLM chatbot, again, which most vendors have today within their cloud platform, is that we're moving it into a canvas as well. So this is where the visualization comes in. So it's not just ask it who the top talkers are, but it's show me in a table, or show me in a graph, or show me in a chart. And then you can move that chart onto a canvas, right? So when you have a canvas, this is just one that I built just for demo. You have a canvas that you can see and visualize things that are happening on the network. And you can rearrange this however you feel like. Once you have a canvas, and once you've asked it a question, you can take the widgets that the AI is generating for you and move them onto a canvas to create a dashboard. So one of the big differentiators here is that you're not having to integrate a third-party tool to build these dashboards for you. If you don't like the dashboard that's by default, I'm sure you've all been through just the default dashboards and you have to scroll down or click through or dive into stuff, and most of the dashboard isn't useful for you. The idea here behind this guidance is that you can create a dashboard that is perfect for you at first glance. Or you can build multiple dashboards. So here you see I've moved it onto the canvas and built a dashboard. But within Ruckus One, any user that builds a dashboard can also make it public. So you could have multiple dashboards. So here you can see at the top left of the previous slide, I had a drop down, and I've selected which dashboard I want to use. Here you can see the selection of those dashboards. So I can see maybe I built one for Wi-Fi, I built one for switching. I'm looking at the client experience. Some of them are public, some of them are private, or I can go back to the default dashboard, depending on what I want to see. So the guidance here is that we're not just looking at data, we're not just solving problems easier and being proactive, but we need a way to present that to maybe people that don't have 25 years experience looking through logs and finding the problem. So we have to define the problem. We do that by maybe pushing in unstructured data. It might be TCP dumps through Wireshark. It might be logs. In the same way that we were using security incident management tools like Splunk, Graylog, or any of the enterprise ones out there where you have to have structured data and you have to define exactly what you want to see. And if it's not in that structure, it might skip it. Now we have totally unstructured data, normalized, and then we can visualize it directly into the dashboard, right? So we can pull that in and see the graphs. So again, if you want to see it, we will have a vendor session tomorrow evening. We'll be showing this. We'll be giving away a few Wi-Fi 7 APs and licenses to Ruckus One. This product officially will be live for early access probably in the next 2 weeks. So we're a little early here, but we can at least take a look at it tomorrow and you can see what it looks like. So thank you all very much.